Mack. Tim Mack really up for this. Absolutely determined to see the USA towards their 7th Weber Cup victory, leading 6-4 overall from the 10 previous Weber Cups we've enjoyed. Barnsley Metrodome hosting the Weber Cup for the 6th year in succession, very much the home of the competition now. So Tim Mack to open us up. And leaves the spare.
Tim Mack looking for a spare and makes it frame number 1.
Very casually done.
Dominic Barrett has brought half his family with him to the Metrodome for this tournament.
And they're sat right in front of us as well, so expect it to get a bit rowdy.
Yeah, they were a bit noisy last year and the year before. Dom is the boy wonder of UK bowling and European bowling. One would like to think that he may go and play permanently in America, but at the moment he's right in the crest of a wave in Europe. And
there's a strike.
Fix it.
And there's the cheer that we warned you about.
Spare in frame number 1. Trying to recover from major shoulder surgery, which has affected his game.
Again, heavy through the head spin and leaves up the same pin.
It's that 4-pin again. Yeah, he's had to change his style. He had rotator cuff problems, 2 surgeries. He used to have a really high backswing and a massive extension follow-through. It's taken several years to recover. He's had to change his game. He cannot get the same sort of velocity as he used to. But he still holds his game together. Manages to make the Weber team.
Takes away another spare. Whoever wins it won't go into the second session anymore and level. 6 games in the opening session. I thought he'd turned too soon, but definitely not. And a double for Dom-Barrett.
It's certainly getting a bit rowdy in here every time young Dom gets a strike. That in itself is putting pressure on Tim Mack.
I knows he's playing catch-up here. Oh, he's left a horrible split there, Tim Mack, and already this game beginning to get away from the American captain.
Yeah, you saw that ball, just too much speed. It hurried on, it didn't have enough time to turn back. 2-4-8-10, we've seen this one before. Almost impossible spare to pick up. It's a huge split, and the look on his face, well, it just about says it all.
What he was left with. Leaves 2 up in the end, doesn't make the spare, and it is an open frame for Tim Mack.
Yeah, pressure time, I'm afraid. Not being helped by Dom-Barrett's family, making an awful lot of noise up here in the bleachers.
Yeah, Mack sitting on just 43 after 3 frames.
Of course, another thing that will have affected Tim's bowling career, he's a young father back home. He's a young baby girl and his wife. Tim still has to tour around the world, trying to put food on the table and win some money. Dom-Barrett for 3 in a row, and it's not to be.
No, it turned away horribly, that.
In fact, had it gone further across, it may have had a chance of making a strike. Single pin spare.
Remains clean.
Words of encouragement coming from Peter Weber for his captain. Here and now, this is the time to make a move. Let's forget that open frame. Put some X's on the board.
Won just 1 singles match last year. 2 singles and 2 doubles played. That was his only victory. 3 defeats for Tim Mack, but that is absolutely perfect. After the open frame, Tim Mack could well get himself up and running here.
Yeah, it was a lot better shot. A lot more confidence in his style.
Dom-Barrett working off 2 strikes and a spare from the opening 3 frames. 279 maximum if he was to strike out from here. Oh, thought about it, but it is a 3rd strike for Dom-Barrett from the opening 4 frames.
Gets a fortunate little tap on that 4-pin, as you'll see here. Great looking shot. A fraction light on the headpin. And that 4-pin's hit from behind. Look at this, how about that? Wallop.
Heart in mouth there for a moment. Oh, and Mack was unlucky there not to get the double. 10-pin stays up.
Yeah, couldn't quite get it. Only be a spare. He was desperate for double there, just to get him back in the game.
That's where the luck comes into it, isn't it, with that messenger? Very unlucky there. Tim-Mack. Americans really need to break this sequence. Europeans keep getting themselves in front. If Dom-Barrett holds it together, Europe could be looking at a 3-2 lead after 5. Oh, that's awful.
Awful indeed.
Just as I was talking him up as well.
It's the big 4. It's the 4-6 and the 7-10 split.
And now even more frustrating for Tim-Mack that 10-pin didn't drop and denied him the strike. It is an open frame for Dom-Barrett, his first. That makes it a bit more interesting. Couldn't wait to get up and get his ball ready there, Tim-Mack, after that.
Yeah, working on a spare. Needs something good here.